than that. And sometimes it can feel lonely. And I love coming together. That's why I love events. And I think events are so important because you feel normal. You feel like, okay, people out there get me. They understand me. They're like me. So if you can still get to conference, guys, I cannot stress to you enough how life-changing conference is going to be. I really hope I don't pass out on stage or anything like that, or that Emma doesn't. So please say a prayer for us because we are nervous as crap. But these are a couple of things that I had on my mind and I had on my heart, and I just want to share with you. And I'm going to read some of them because I have notes. But also, please ask me your questions over here in the little chat box. Okay. It doesn't matter how much you know. It matters how much action you take. I really want to talk to you about that because so many times we sit and we stumble or we freeze because we're afraid to take action. And so many girls all the time message me and say, what do you think about my post? What do you think about my page? What I want to say is I'm not your prospect. I am not your audience. I'm not the person that you're trying to reach, right? So yes, I can give you like, hey, you need to edit your pictures or like remove your husband's underwear from the background of that photo or like stuff like that. But I can't tell you, hey, that's a really good post. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know who you're posting to. I don't know who you've been talking to. I'm not you. And so my best piece of advice is stop overthinking, stop over planning, stop holding yourself back. You know what to do. And we called this in education. And I've told y'all before, the knowing and doing gap. You can know something all day long, but if you don't do it, that gap in the middle makes it completely irrelevant. So you've got to close that knowing and that doing gap. I know how to make an unfold story, do it. I know how to post, do it. That doesn't mean you've mastered it. It doesn't mean, is that for me? Oh, thank you so much. That doesn't mean, is it a tea? Thank you. Did you make 100% sure that this did not have sugar in it? 100%. Okay. Sorry, I cannot have that much sugar at all. Y'all think I'm crazy? I would be like, woo! Okay, so all the time we had that problem with teachers whenever we would train them is like they know, but they'd get scared and they'd freeze. And then it's like, okay, well, what if this person thinks that? Or what if guys, I get it all day. You know, it's so funny because haters don't ever go away. Like mistakes will never go away. Failing will never go away. People making fun of you will never go away. People talking about, actually, it gets worse. The higher up you get, the more you fail, the more mistakes you make, the more people you fall in front of. I'm going to tell you that if you're not willing to put yourself out there when you very first start, you're never going to level up. And it doesn't mean that God, I don't think God sits on his throne and laughs at you and says, well, you're a chicken. It's like the universe is not going to be attracted to somebody who's not confident, okay? Just because you're confident does not mean you're cocky, guys. And so many people are afraid to, I mean, how many times do you look in the mirror and go, damn, I look good today? Probably hardly ever. Because you're afraid that comes off as cocky, right? We've been taught to not like love ourselves out loud and to live out loud because, oh, what if you go make that mistake, girlfriend. Go make that mistake. Go live boldly and confidently because so many times you are what is holding yourself back. You're in your own way. You're not in your own way of perfection. You're not in your own way of marking a goal off. You're in your own way of taking action. That is how we learn. That is how we learn what works and what doesn't. You know how to do unfold stories? Do them. You know how to post? Do them. Does it mean it's going to get you a customer? Does it mean it's going to get you a promoter? No, because that shouldn't be your intentions. Your intention should be to impact others. I do not wake up to get somebody. I wake up to help somebody. Okay? Guess what? Not all of my posts get somebody. Not all of my posts help somebody. That's not how I judge myself. But I also do look at that and go, okay, maybe I could have worded this differently. Maybe that was too spammy. I do reflect upon it, but here's what I don't do. I don't sit and go, oh, did 16 of my team members comment on it and like it? And if you're going to your team and going, hey guys, what do you think? I understand wanting help. I understand wanting to refine your skills, but the best way to refine your skills is to take action. So many people sit and talk. I was told, I will never forget, it was my second year to teach, and my principal goes, when are you going to stop telling me how good you are, and when are you going to start showing me? And I thank her for saying that to me, because she's like, you have all of these really good ideas, but like, let's see them. Like, go do it, Court. Like, stop being scared. And so I'd say the same thing to you. When are you going to stop talking about it, thinking about it, journaling about it, losing sleep over it? You're showering, you come up with these ideas, go do them. What works for you may not work for me. What works for, like, I'm just going to say this, Danny's on here. Danny has a Mama Juice on Thursdays. That's freaking awesome. I'm a recovering addict. Polar opposites, right? Doesn't mean we can't be friends. Doesn't mean hers will work and mine won't. Doesn't mean mine won't. It doesn't matter. We're two different people. But if she came to me and said, what do you think about that? I'd be like, well, I'm not going to get on there because I'm an alcoholic. You see what I'm saying? So many of you are sitting around wandering and just not taking action and looking left and looking right. And what I see is like dog paddling. So do it boldly. Do it boldly. Know you're going to fail. Know you're going to make mistakes. Know some posts. Like, I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to make a post that people are going to laugh and they're going to share it. And no one shares it. And then I make a stupid post and it gets shared like 20 times. You just never know. So the number one thing you can control is getting up and doing. That knowing and doing gap, decide right now that you're going to close that. You are going to close that because only you can. That is where consistency comes into play. That is where discipline comes into play. You can't measure whether something is working or not if you're thinking about doing it. You can't measure if something works or not if you do it once. If I go to the gym once, I can't say it worked or it didn't. You have to do it over and over. You have to consistently show up. Let me read this. Yes, there's not one formula. I can tell you like a skeletal outline of how I run my day, but I'm going to tell you, and I think Steph would agree, that I take this very, very seriously, but I don't wake up and stress myself out and think, I've got to put on my work hat now. I've got to become Thrive Court. No. This is social media. This is serving up value. This is influencing other people. I don't overthink it. I just do. I'm just Court. Today, I didn't sit there and go, okay, I need to stage a post. Let's go get yogurt. And no, it's like, okay, I'm thankful. That yogurt was $10, right? I'm thankful not for that I can pay for it. I'm thankful that I can sit and have yogurt with my husband. And I didn't have to ask off. I post about it. That wasn't premeditated. That wasn't pre-planned. It's the knowing and doing. I know this will touch someone's heart, so boom, I've got to do it. Was it the best picture ever? No. Was it edited perfect? No. It was the best I could do in the situation, but I took action. I took action. Think about your days like that. You are who you are. You've got to be authentically you. Another thing I get a lot of is, what do you think about this post? I will tell you what I think about any post. Number one, if it's not authentic, it's bullshit. What do I mean by that? I'm just going to say this. Please, no, I'm not bashing another company because I used to do the same thing. Do y'all remember whenever you could go on those apps and you could, or even on Pinterest, and you could take a really pretty picture and make it look like yours? You know what I'm talking about? A lot. The thing I remember over and over and over is hair, skin, and nails, and I'd be looking for hair models, and I would Google long, pretty hair. I'd take that and I'd put, guess what? Everyone knows that shit ain't you. So if you're posting a Pinterest picture, even of a table spread of Easter, people know that that's not you. It's just, it comes off like it's the vibe. It's your intention behind it. It's the emotion. So let me dig a little bit deeper and say this. Chelsea is super successful. I'm super successful. Steph's super successful. Em is. Katie. So many of us are super successful. I'm going to tell you something. If you swapped me and Chelsea and she posted everything I posted and I posted everything she posted, our businesses would crumble and we would not be successful anymore. Because that's not us. That vibe is Chelsea's vibe. Can I get inspired by it? Absolutely. Can you look for inspiration left and right? Yes. But I want you to think of being a new mom and going to 6 different moms and going, you know, what do I need in my hospital bag? They're all like, one's going to be like, well, you want to get a monogrammed robe and pajamas and make sure you have matching. And then another mom's going to be like, girl, I don't even know. And then another mom's going to be like, make sure you have 6 pacifiers. And one's going to be like glass bottles. And one's going to be like, like you can't do that. You've got to go look in the mirror and say, who am I? Who am I? And maybe you don't know right now. Maybe you're still figuring that out. But you have to redefine who you are. And yes, Jamie, that's so good. Anytime I see someone super, even if it's Chelsea or even if it's someone else in another MLM, I'll screenshot it for inspo and I make it mine. But if you are just taking and doing what someone else is doing, you're not running your business. You're not putting your feelings behind it, okay? So I really want to encourage you to be so proud of who you are and what things you like and serve up that value every single day. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so we talked a lot last week about being grateful and gratitude and hunger, okay? And so I just want to hit that again, and I want to talk a little bit deeper about that. We've all been like, okay, so I'm at the top, right? My paychecks are bomb, right? But I want to tell you where I was mentally when I started this journey. When I started this journey, I was on food stamps. When I started this journey, I couldn't find a doctor who took Medicare or Medicaid. I don't even remember, whatever it was. I couldn't find a dentist for my girls. I was in a place of a really, really low. Why I'm telling you that is we all start in a similar place. We may not all be in a similar place right now, but I remember being grateful for that $100 paycheck. I remember being grateful for that $54 paycheck. I remember being grateful. I will never forget the Christmas that I didn't have to charge Christmas anymore. And I mean, granted, we probably blow way more on Christmas than we should now. And I know damn sure more than we did that year. But I remember that year I had $600 for Christmas and I was so excited that I could pay cash for it. But if you don't stop and smell the roses along the way, you're going to miss the forest for the trees. If you don't stop and appreciate those little things, like you're never going to be ready for the big things. You're not going to attract the larger things. Guys, I remember whenever I found this industry, or even when I found Thrive, I was doing It Works, a daycare, and I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, and I was running a photography business, okay? Ryan Martin lived with me, and she goes, you have a pretty cool camera. And I go, yeah. And she's like, you ever used it? And I'm like, nope. And she taught me how to set it on auto and take pictures. Alexis Polak was one of the first people I took pictures of her daughter's communion for her as a friend. And I thought, I'm a hustler. I can make money doing this, right? I was working all hours of the day, all hours of the night, and I was making money. But I was missing out on my children. But I remember those days, I was so excited that I could be like, hey, girls, do y'all want to go get a Sonic slush? Hey, girls, do y'all want to go get happy hour? Hey, girls, do you want to go get an ice cream? Because we couldn't afford that before. And so please know that if you ever want to have an abundant mindset, you can't be sitting where you are with a lack mindset. You can't be sitting on a $50 a week check with a lack mindset. You have to be like, all right, this is amazing. What's next? But if you're sitting there going, this sucks, like, I want you to think about that in the real world. If your kid said, oh, well, this sucks. You only gave me $20 for cleaning. Are you going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to give you more. The universe is looking at you going, you ungrateful little brat. And I'm not saying that rude. I'm saying that because I want you to stop and think of where you are and what is it alleviating? What is it taking off of your plate? You know, so many times we want to hurry up. hurry up and be somewhere. But are we grateful where we are? Or are we ungrateful and hungry? You can't be ungrateful and hungry, but you can be grateful and be hungry. The scariest day ever was whenever I had to call and turn off my food stamps, and when I had to close my daycare because I kept thinking, well, what if this fails? Well, guess what I know now? I know now that it was a year in December and that I have never struggled a month since I put all my cards in on me. I know I haven't, and I can promise you, you won't either. You're in control of your tomorrows, but be grateful where you are right now. Another thing I want to talk to you about is, do you check out on yourself, and do you check out on your team, and do you check out on your business? Now, I'm just going to flat out say it. If you do that, that's not fair. It's not fair. I want you to take a minute and really reflect on, where are you? What has God given you? What, or whoever, if you don't believe in God, I don't ever mean to offend anyone. My mother-in-law is Buddhist. I have to stop and remember, like, whatever you believe, however you got here, however you got on this platform, I want you to stop and think, is it fair to check out on these people? I understand we have to take care of ourselves. I understand we have to take care of situations. I understand we have to take care of our families. But what if that one time we use that as our reason why? What if that one day that was so hard, we pushed through and used that as our reason why we showed up for our team, why we showed up for our business, why we showed up for people watching us that we don't even know were watching us? Guys, you can have anything in life happen to you, and it's going to be your excuse not to do something, but it's going to be somebody else's excuse why. Alma, I'm going to tell you your story really quick. Alma was somebody who had come to me and said she was going to sign up. She had told me when she was going to sign up, and I am very guilty of setting a reminder, and I'm like, okay, cool, I know she's going to sign up, I'm not going to push her. And I went to message her whenever our reminder went off, and she's like, have you not, or she said, she wasn't rude, she just said, like, I don't think you've seen my Facebook. And I went and looked, and her boyfriend had been murdered. And I thought, oh my God, I'm such an asshole. Like, I said, no, I haven't. I like felt horrible. And she's like, no, it's okay. She's like, just give me some time. And I thought, I wanted to crawl under a rock and die, right? I'm like, oh my God. Alma messaged me just like a week later and said, I need something to get up and live for. I am so depressed. I need something to get up and pour into. And Alma came in, and Alma wrecked shop. Alma had every reason in the world to throw this in the trash, to be like, yeah, right, that's God's way of telling me I am too busy, I need to, she has a corporate job, but instead she poured her heart and soul into that. And that's just a perfect example, guys. There are things, what are you doing, baby? Oh, can you come give me a kiss really quick? Good night.
Did you grab it or anything?
Your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Love you. Good night. There are so many things that can be our reasons why, or they can be our excuses. You know, there are times, like, life happens to me. Life happens to so many of us. I've gotten horrible news before, like, that I have never even talked about. Like, my mom just got diagnosed with Parkinson's. I don't go and let that be my excuse to lay in bed and cry. I let that be my reason why. Because I think someone's going to have to take care of these people. Someone's going to have to pay for these things. I don't ever want my kids to be in that situation. I think about this as my vehicle to overcome any obstacle that's thrown at me in life. But so many people get one little obstacle and they let this fold. So I really want you to think about what you're doing. People still need you. People still need a plan B. You know, I see it all the time in the chats. Hey, sorry, I've been checked out. And then they give this laundry list of reasons why. And I think, man, that could have been your reason to show up. That could have been your reason to go a little harder. Not for me, y'all. For you. For you. Not for my check. For you and your family and your situation that you're in. But the difference is I can't make that your why. Only you can make that your why. So many times, you know, I see people come in chats. I'm sorry I've been absent, and I want to write in there, I haven't noticed. And I don't mean that rude, but because my eye is on the prize, and it's not a bag of money. My eye is on the prize. If you were on the live event tonight, you heard the testimony of my neighbor. That's why I get up and do what I do every day, because guess what? That daddy doesn't fall asleep on his way to work every day now, and he has 2 little girls. That's why I do what I do, and that's why I show up every single day. My eye is on the prize of changing lives. People need you. You were put here for a reason. Please don't take it for granted. Because if you wake up and you know that you are set up to impact this world, to inspire, to serve up value, then you'll show up every day. But if you show up every day looking at your bank account, looking at this, looking at all the things going wrong, and you focus on those things, then you're focusing on the wrong thing, guys. Those things are in all of our lives. I promise you those things are in all of our lives, but it's what we do with them that determines who we are. It determines what we're made of. There was, oh my gosh, hold on. I have to ask Jay. Hold on. Player's name. Tony Mandrich. I want you to look up his story. He was a football player, and he lost everything. Y'all know I love sports. I'm a sports junkie. I laid in bed and watched his freaking story last night. He lost everything, rightfully so. He got into steroids and then got addicted to pain pills, and he lost everything. He was like the number 1 draft out of high school or college. He weighed like 300 and something pounds. Man, he had it made. He got signed for $4.4 million, more than any other person with his position, and he lost it all. And instead of folding and dying, he has like the most amazing comeback story. No, he didn't get back on steroids. No, he didn't play as hard as he did when he was doing things he shouldn't have been. But his comeback story is so cool because so many people would have folded, and he fought. So Google that. Look that up. What is his name, Jay? Tony Mandrich. He's laughing at me. Tony Mandrich. It was an amazing story. It was such an amazing story. So I just encourage you to look that up. I encourage you to stay inspired. So many times people come to me with the same problems over and over. And they're, guys, at that point, you're not looking for a solution. Thank you, Amanda. You're looking for someone to listen to you. And guys, I am the type of friend, I'm looking to help you become better. But the number 1 question I'll ask you is, what are you reading every day? And if you can't even answer that question, I know that you don't love your brain enough to go and pour some love and water it and get some sunshine on it. Guys, we don't wake up every day happy. We don't wake up every day in the best mood, but we can position ourselves to battle anything that comes our way. And so I know I beat a dead horse with mindset. I know, I get it, but that is the one thing that separates people that are successful and that people that aren't, period. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're an 8th grade dropout or you have 3 college degrees. It doesn't matter. Your circumstances do not define you. You're a victor of them, not a victim of them. And you have to believe that. The only difference in between, where you are and where you want to be is your mindset, period. I have people that are more talented than me, that have a bigger impact than me, that don't show up. They don't use their resources. One of the things I ask people a lot, and you would be shocked, is, are you on your 3 steps? And they're like, well, no. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm sorry, I've been in this company for 19 months, and there would be a cold day in hell before you would catch me without capsules. You wouldn't want to see me not on my 3 steps, right? It's the best version of me. And so, really just stop and think. Don't ever look around and wonder, why is this happening to me? Look in the mirror, and I really just want you to think about, you're in control. You're in total control of the outcome of your business, period. It may not happen as fast as the next person, but if you're training and you are getting up and you are showing up, the outcome will eventually be the same. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the consistency. You have to grow your brain. I hate reading. I was a teacher and I can't stand it. Find a podcast, find something, but I know I need my cup filled up. because nobody's knocking on my door telling me, hey, you're doing a good job. Most of the time I read shitty posts about me online or have people that call me names, or I deal with that crap all the time too. But guess what? It's up to me to go and make sure my cup's filled up. It's up to you to make sure your cup is filled up, guys. It is up to you to make sure that you put on your positive panties every morning and that you go and you see the good in this world, because I promise you it's out there. I promise you everything we come across, you can see the good in it. The book I am reading right now, oh, it's in my purse. I took it in the car with me today. I take it everywhere with me. I take it in the car. I take it to the nail salon. It's not supposed to be this way, or wasn't supposed to be this way, something like that. It's the same one I've been reading. Yes, that one, Amanda. It's not supposed to be this way. And I love it. It gives you a prayer at the end of it. But I read it all the time. Like, I don't sit down and, like, you know, always knock out an hour of reading, but I will take it to the bathroom with me. I'm always working. I'm always thinking of the next life I can change. And I don't want you to sit and go, well, that must suck, because it doesn't. It doesn't suck for me. It doesn't suck for me to get on Instagram when I'm on the toilet and tell somebody that their page is super inspiring, or, hey, congratulations on a year of being sober. That doesn't suck to me. That doesn't feel like work. That feels like serving up value and complimenting somebody. And just, I don't know, you know, I don't view it as, I view it as, bring it on. Give me another day and let another person cross my path. To get them in the computer, no. Because either they're going to teach me something or I'm going to teach them something. That's the way I view the world. So I don't know if y'all have any questions. That's really what I had on my heart, on my mind. I cannot wait to see y'all at conference. I'm really, really excited. I am super nervous. Those of you that are coming, though, guys, it's going to be amazing. And oh my gosh, it's going to be so amazing. I cannot wait to see you. So if there are no more questions, yeah, we should do that sometime, Alexis. We won't all be together, though, at this time. But I'm just so excited. Cannot wait to love on y'all, see y'all, and get ready. Get ready is all I can say, because I don't know what they're about to launch with CBD, but freaking, I'm really excited. So get ready. If you are on my team and you're on here, please take a screenshot really quick, and you can @SoberCourt on Instagram. And it will be worth 3 extra entries into our giveaway. I know M's team is doing a little bit different giveaway this month, but if you will do that, I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know it's different because it's on a Monday, but I didn't want to take away from y'all on Easter. And actually, I had the best surprise ever yesterday. I was super tired, and I woke up, and Alexis, who's on here right now, she lives a street over. Our daughters are best friends, and she had cooked a whole dinner, and she's like, you're coming over for dinner. And I was like, I love you. So we had a whole amazing dinner thanks to her. So it's just nice with this. I mean, we were friends before, but it's super cool, you know, to have such a great sisterhood and brotherhood within this team. So I will see you guys soon. Those of you that I won't see soon, I will see you online soon. But I love y'all. Have a fantastic week. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.